We all strive to understand each other.
No, it's not right.
No.
But despite our best intentions, we encounter upsets, differing opinions, and misunderstandings.
No, look, it's no good. You just don't get it. None of you understand.
We all have to work together,
These are last spots.
live side by side, and cooperate with one another. But sometimes it seems like this is easier said than done.
I can't do this anymore. I mean, I don't know what he wants or what I'm doing wrong.
How many times do I have to tell you? You are grounded.
Dad, everybody else is...
We might have trouble getting along with a particular person in our life.
My house. I'm your father. Come back here, young lady.
Or struggle to understand a new skill or a new tool.
Come back here, young lady. Listen.
If there was some way to increase our understanding of people and situations, that would be a very valuable thing to know. Well, in Scientology, it was discovered that all human relationships, and in fact, any activity in life, can be improved once you know what understanding really is. You see, to understand anything or anyone, three things must be present. They are affinity, reality, and communication. By affinity, we mean emotional response. We mean the feeling of affection for someone or something, or the lack of it. Now, reality is agreement. What we agree to be real is real. For instance, two people who both agree that a certain team is the best share the same reality on that subject. And by communication, we mean the interchange of ideas between two people.
Go ahead, Joe.
How's that, Bill?
Beautiful, Joe. Looks perfect.
Now, affinity, reality, and communication are very much related.
Listen.
You see, if you don't have any affinity for someone, you won't find very much to agree about. And so there will be little, if any, communication. Likewise, without communication, there can be no agreed upon reality, and therefore no affinity. And have you ever tried to talk to an angry man?
5 jalapeno. I don't want jalapeno.
He certainly doesn't have much affinity,
Another jalapeno. What?
and he's clearly not in agreement with you.
I won't take this if it's for free, all right?
And an angry man may be shouting words, but he's definitely not in communication with you.
One jalapeno, maybe 2 jalapeno, but not 5 jalapeno.
Affinity, reality, and communication are so interdependent, one upon the other, that you can think of them as a triangle. To have any two corners, you have to have the third. In Scientology, this is referred to as the ARC triangle. All three factors must be present in any kind of relationship for understanding to occur. Here's an example. These two guys share a common reality about classic cars. They both agree this is a great one.
1957 Pontiac 3-star Super Chief. Sure don't make them like this anymore. You got that right.
So, they have a high level of communication.
Great job, pal.
And they have a lot of affinity. You could say that their ARC is high, and they understand each other, at least when it comes to classic cars. The ARC triangle has many valuable applications in life. You see, it's only necessary to improve one corner of this triangle in order to improve the remaining two corners. For example, this father and daughter only have to find something they can agree about.
Dad, these yours?
Yeah,
To raise their reality about each other.
These are pretty cool.
I have my moments, hey?
This in turn will improve their level of communication, and their affinity for each other will rise. On the other hand, if one point of the triangle is lowered, the other two are also lowered. For example, this guy just can't seem to get along with his mother-in-law. He doesn't like her, she can't stand him. They have low affinity. Well, how much do they agree on? Odds are, not much. Therefore, they're not that real to one another. Low reality. How willing is he to talk to her? Not a lot. Low communication. Now, if he just picks one corner of the triangle and improves that, he'll find the other two corners will also improve. Let's say he can find something they can agree upon. Reality.
Marjorie, I really like your roses. They're really pretty.
All of a sudden, even if it's not a spectacular change,
Thank you. They took a lot of hard work.
I can imagine.
I bred them myself, you know.
Wow.
he'll find that she'll at least start to communicate with him, and their affinity will begin to rise.
Even the red ones and the purple ones?
By raising each point of the triangle, they'll end up having higher and higher ARC and understanding for each other. This applies to any area of life. Marriages,
Sounds wonderful.
work,
Now, all these together make a team, guys.
friendships, and even when learning a new skill or working with new tools. The more you communicate with something, the more real it will become to you, and the higher your affinity will be for it. In fact, communication is the most important factor of the three.
As you can see, the main thing is that the chairs are ergonomic, comfortable, mobile.
It might be said that the triangle begins with communication.
Really good ideas.
Oh, that's great.
In Scientology, you're going to learn much more about the ARC triangle and its uses.
Did you get the orchids?
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
With it, you'll have the tools to increase your understanding of everyone you know or come in contact with, as well as the world around you.
It's actually one of my favorite ones that I've made.
By using affinity, reality, and communication, a better life, built on understanding, is easily within reach.
These lines of chairs that you designed they're the best. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.